Hello and welcome to the Daily Forex Report for August 15th. We are looking at the U.S.-Japanese yen pair. This pair has surged to the upside, has closed up 4 sessions in a row, has broken out of the sideways action that we had. We are getting close, however, to another session or two up, and we will be hitting some previous areas of support if we haven't already. I do anticipate during this session that we're in that just started that we will hit it and potentially reverse to the downside. Now looking at the Euro USD pair, this pair has been in an uptrend, short-term uptrend, long-term downtrend for a good while. Has come down right at the point at which it was going to basically over the next session or two, we should get a decision as to whether this is going to reverse and move higher or break through and close below this trend line and continue its long-term trend to the downside. We'll just have to keep an eye on it and see. Now, as far as what I'm looking at, I didn't go over that in the U.S.-Japanese yen pair. Let's go back. Looking for it to potentially go as high as 79.52. Possibly as low as 78.27. Look for some resistance around 79.15 and look for some support around 78.75. Now the Euro USD pair closed down during today's session. It did create a swing trade opportunity. We'll talk about that here in a minute. We are looking for it to potentially go as high as 123.91, possibly as low as 121.99. Look for some resistance around 123.75. and look for some support around 122.25. Now the pound US dollar pair continues to consolidate, has not changed direction. We get a break above this high, we're going to see it move. If we get a break below this low trend line, we are definitely going to see it run to the downside. Just have not seen this yet, still consolidating down. I do believe once we get a breakout of this, we're going to see a runner like we did here. Definitely keep an eye on those trend lines and a break and a close, more importantly a close above it or below it. Look for this pair to potentially go as high as 157.49, possibly as low as 156.02. Look for some resistance around 157.25 and look for some support around 156.25. Now the US Swiss, this pair closed up during this last session. It created a swing trade opportunity also. Look for it to potentially go as high as 0 at 98.38, possibly as low as 0.9693. Look for some resistance around 0.9805 and look for some support around 0.9725. Now as far as news announcements go, we do have a couple of news announcements, or one more importantly, the Eurozone Consumer Price Index for July being released at 5 a.m. Eastern. They're showing a hold at a hold at 2.4%. So if it comes out higher than that, at that point it could be negative news for the euro. So definitely keep an eye on it. As far as what I'm looking at during this next session, overall the U.S. Swiss is heading down, at least short term. Long term, I know it's up. We do have a swing trade opportunity. That's where we have a bar. This one's to the upside. Middle bar has a lower low than the bar before it and after it, and a lower high than the bar before it and after it. Draw a trend line across the highs there. Look for the breakout to the upside. Only thing is, this is going counter to the overall trend right now, so you may want to wait and see what it's going to do. If you want a quick little bump of a trade, a little scalp of a trade, you could basically look to buy in around the 197.87 mark and then look to exit 20 pips up. Just be cautious as we are going through a 0-0 level at that point. So take all those factors into consideration when putting on a trade. Now, same thing with the Euro USD pair. It created a swing trade opportunity. We have a higher high than the bar before it and after it. Our lows are higher than the bar before it and after it. Here again, looking for a move to the downside. However, that is against the long-term trend, so you may want to stay out of it just strictly for that. If you're looking for a quick scalp, it should get there. This one's 22 pips from the open. You're talking about a 24 pip move. Today's session was about 78 pips roughly. So if it reverses and moves lower, I believe we'll get that 20 pips pretty quick, even though it is across or is against the long-term trend line. However, let's go ahead and drop the trend line on there and see if it would break through our long-term trend line. Matter of fact, let's zoom in. You can see if it breaks the short-term swing trade here, we got a swing trade that we have, a break through that could mean a 20 pip move and breaking through to close below our long-term trend here. So very important on this trade to realize that we're not going through a 0-0 level on this one. So out of the two, definitely pick the euro for that reason. Well, that about wraps us up for today. Until next time, this is Jason Fielder. Good trading.